Hello, my Maple Leaf fans. Welcome to the media conference for tomorrow's game versus the New Jersey Devils. I'm going to take you live to that conference right now.
Started by Paul Newman in 1982. One of our biggest challenges was the fact that we had an outdated ERP system. And an ERP system.
What goes through your mind when John leaves the way he did today?
Yeah, obviously just want to make sure he's okay. So see what happens and go forward.
Looks like Jake's pretty close to coming back. What will that mean to the group when he returns?
Yeah, a lot. Does a lot for our team. Obviously 5-on-5 and penalty killing wise. So vocal guy out there, leads on and off the ice. So an important piece of this team.
How important of a piece has John been this year, the way he's played consistently all year?
Very important, especially with Austin being injured and being out for a little while. So, yeah, I mean, he's had an amazing year. He's been great in all three zones, and it's been fun to watch.
What was your takeaway from last night's game?
Yeah, I mean, I thought we were, hounding the puck in the first period. I thought we had a good second. Third just gave up, again, 2 or 3 looks that ended up in our net. So just got to stick with it, stay patient with it, know we're doing the right things, and just keep working to get better.
We've heard some boos the last couple of games. As a player at home, what impact, if anything, does that have on you?
Just try to ignore it. We're just trying to do our job out there and go out and put together a full 60. And, we got a good practice today, good video session. Got to get to work tomorrow.
Austin was saying last night that sometimes when you go through periods of adversity like this, it can be necessary for the greater good. How do you find that being the case?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I think I've said it many times. It's a roller coaster of a season. There's going to be stretches that are really good. There's going to be stretches that aren't great. You just got to try to find the medium through it all. And like I said, just make sure we're doing the right things out there. We're good video session, good energy at practice, and got to take that going forward tomorrow.
What do you like about 5-4 alignment on the power play when you guys have used it? It feels like it's been pretty dangerous.
Yeah, I think it has been dangerous. Obviously we're trying to do the right thing when the puck does get turned over and going down in our zone. But moving the puck well, getting shots around the net, a couple good tips, a couple posts off that. So just keep building, try to keep getting better, and starts tomorrow.
Does your mindset change at all? Obviously, you've actually played defense 5-on-5 in the NHL, but when you're the last man back on that power play unit, what is your mindset, I guess?
I mean, it's a little different. Obviously, you got to read the play a little better. Try to, I think in some instincts, cheat for defense a little more. But like I said, it's just about reading the play and reading what you think is going to happen and trying to be in a good area that you can help the teammates around you.
Jake McCabe back at practice, what does he mean if he comes back tomorrow?
Yeah, obviously he's a huge part of our team, and I mean that's a lot defensively for us, and obviously, I mean the way he plays the game. So I mean hopefully he can play tomorrow.
What does the team have to do to, with or without Jake, get back on track after 3 losses?
Yeah, I think we just got to be more connected, be better on the forward check. I mean, just overall, I think entire games just got to be better.
Power play early in the game last night didn't score, but had a bunch of good chances. What did you see on that play?
Yeah, I think we're moving the puck around really well. I mean, and getting a lot of shooting opportunities. I think that's what we got to get back to. Getting pucks to the net, not trying to find maybe the perfect play all the time.
How do you best get out of a scoring dip?
So how many games ago did I score? No, man, you just gotta shoot. I mean, sometimes it happens. It is what it is. Just want to, get back to creating chances every night. And I mean, if it's not going in, it's not going in. But at least you're creating, and I think that's what I want to get back to.
Just the connectivity, like talking about partner team, having better that way.
Sorry.
The connectivity better, or need to be better that way as well.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's important not just for me, but for the entire team. You know, like that's I mean, going to help us win games for sure.
Craig was saying he felt like maybe your confidence had dipped. Obviously, we see you as someone who's always confident. Like, do you lose your confidence ever through the season?
I mean, you know, maybe in some opportunities where maybe I would be shooting the puck, I'm deciding maybe to like pass or something like that. But other than that, I don't really feel like that's what's gone. I think it's more so just in certain situations, maybe making another decision instead of making another one, you know, to create an opportunity.
And fans, you've heard some boos the last couple of games. What impact, if anything, does that have on you as a player?
It doesn't really matter if they boo. I mean, we know we're a good team, so yeah.
Do you think adversity, like during a stretch like this, can help you guys in the long run?
For sure. I mean, I think all good teams need to go through some stretch where everything's not clicking and everything like that. So, yeah, I mean, good teams find their way out of this. And I mean, it's only been 3 games, so what's the big deal, really?
What do you like about the 5-forward alignment on the power play, especially like how Mitch operates?
Yeah, I think we've been, doing a good job. I mean, giving up a little bit, some odd man rushes against, but I mean, it's going to happen. I mean, if we keep playing like that, we'll get more comfortable and probably not give up as much either, is what I think.
So you want to know where to invest $1,000 right now? Well, forget about stocks, crypto, and real estate, because there's a little-known trend taking the world by storm as we speak called e-farming. E-farming creates online assets that have the potential to generate passive income that grows over time, much like traditional real estate. It's one of the most exciting new side hustles that doesn't involve getting involved in physical products or sacrificing tons of free time. Stick around for 60 seconds and I'll show you how to get started with e-farming. My name is Igor Kayfetz and I did not become a millionaire the traditional way. I didn't slave away for decades for the man. I didn't launch a startup. I didn't invent anything, and I didn't inherit a trust fund or win the lottery. I started my first e-farm when I was still working full-time at a chemical production plant in a small town. It started small but quickly replaced my full-time income. I was then able to start another e-farm and then another until I was able to generate enough money so I could quit my job. I've since not only been able to live a comfortable life without a boss, but also helped a bunch of people get started with e-farming. If you'd like to find out how to get involved in e-farming, click somewhere on this ad and watch the free video on the next page. It explains how e-farming works and how to get started using my 3-step system. Believe me, I've tried it all, from stocks to selling stuff on Amazon, but nothing offered the simplicity.
Yeah, so great to be back out there with fellas. You think it's tornado a possibility for you?
It's coach's decision, so I'm not going to make any lineup decisions for him.
You feel like you'd be ready to go?
Yeah, I felt good out there.
What was your perspective on the play that led to the injury?
Yeah, unfortunate. We've all watched play enough games and seen situations like that, and unfortunately, I was the one that took the brutal end of it.
Had a couple similar injuries for you in quick succession. Does that change? Does it make you, have more perspective or more nerves about those sorts of encounters, or how do you,
No, I don't really operate like that personally. I understand the risks of this game, and they take really good care of us here. So, taking every precaution needed to make sure I'm safe and cleared to go.
What's your thoughts on where the team's at? 3 losses in a row, obviously first time of the season. What's your sense of the group right now?
Yeah, I mean, like you said, the first time of the year we've lost 3 straight, which is a good thing that it hasn't happened yet. But it's a good test for us to get out of it quickly. We're still in a good spot, obviously, in the grand scheme of things. But not even just the last 3 games. I don't think we've really liked our game overall. The last 5 or 6, even when we're winning games. So just getting back to how we know we can play and on both sides of the puck, really, and just getting a little momentum back in our favor.
What goes through your mind after John leaves the ice?
Yeah, it's never, no matter who it is, you don't want to see them leave the ice in that fashion. So hopefully he's all right and it's nothing too serious. And, he's obviously a massive part of our team.
Put in perspective what he's meant to the club this year, Jake. He's played so well, used everything. What would it mean to miss him if he's at Freeman?
Yeah, it's John's been about as consistent as you can get, I think throughout his whole tenure here, not even just this year. And he's a steadying presence for our dressing room and on the ice, obviously, with his play. And like I said, hopefully it's not too serious for him.
Nothing yet. He's being evaluated. I didn't even see it. Kind of happened behind the net. I couldn't really get a good look at it. So he's being looked at now.
how would you describe what he's meant to the team so far this year?
Well, he's been a great player for us, for sure. You know, in a lot of areas. So hopefully he's okay.
How about Jake McCabe? How do you look to today?
Oh, good. Yeah. No, so, I mean, thought he had a good practice. He looked fine. We'll see how he is tomorrow.
Where have you missed him the most, do you feel?
McCabe?
Yeah.
I think in a lot of areas. I mean, obviously, him and Tanny as a shutdown pair have done a great job for us, penalty killing, just stabilizing the team, you know, at times. Very good guy in the locker room, on the bench, vocal, you know. So we miss him for sure when he's out of the lineup. He does a lot of good things for us.
Craig, going back into the building after you come back over by a club for the first time, what do you think it'll be like for Keith tomorrow night too?
Well, there's emotions for sure. Yeah, I think it was similar when we played Jersey in Jersey. You know, there's emotions there for sure. He was here a long time, did a fabulous job, and got, you know, obviously close to a lot of people and players and organization stuff. So you know, emotions kind of run up on you a little bit, but you know, it's we all sign up for this job and we all get fired at some time, at one point.
Can you put in perspective what Tavares has meant to the group?
Well, like I said, he's been a great player for us. I mean, you know, I think it started, you know, the captaincy switch and how he handled that, and just, you know, came in and played extremely well for us. Done a lot of good things for us, and you know, he's a great teammate, great leader. And he's been a fabulous player for a long time. You know, he's
no surprise though that on the captaincy switch, nothing comes off his knee.
nothing. No, I think that's his character. You know, and you know, he didn't take it badly or anything like that. He accepted it and moved on, and you know, he's been a great leader still. And that hasn't changed, and you know, his play on the ice has been really good for us this year.
The offense for William hasn't been coming up late. What's your sense of his all-around game
Yeah,
right now?
well, we talk about working his way out of it. You know, I think, you know, I go back to the Carolina game. I thought in that first period he was really explosive in that game and on top of things. Just getting him back to more consistency with that. And when he has opportunity to shoot the puck, you know, like he's got a great shot. And, you know, he had a post last night on the power play, but he's got to shoot. And he's got to just stay involved in the game, you know, a little bit longer than he is. Like, I think, you know, just working your way out of it. It's like our whole team. You know, offensively, we got to keep working and got to stay on. Need second and third effort everywhere. This league's a second and third effort league. And this time of year, it gets hard, and we all know that. And we need second and third effort.
You said a little while ago that when that you don't like your scratch players to sit too long, that you want everyone to feel involved, that they have a role in the team. But when you do sit a player down, is there a message involved?
Sometimes, yeah. It depends on the situation, you know. Sometimes you're coming out of lineup because we're going to put in a different player just, you know, for different reasons, right? But there is times where, you know, a player needs to be better, for sure. So we talk to him about that, what he needs to do better and why in this situation, and need to reset and move on from there.
What was your message to Max Comey today?
Why was there a message?
I don't know. It
Well,
seemed like you had a chat.
Well, I can't talk to a player out there.
What did you say?
I thought Max skated well in the game. You know, I thought he was attacking and shooting the puck more, which is good to see. And just talk about staying in battles longer and using his body and physicality a little bit more in our own zone, killing plays, and then in the offensive zone too, winning those battles. You know, he's a strong guy. He's got good skill. But I like the way he's skating right now, and he's got to keep skating and attacking and shooting and being direct. You know, that was really what we talked about.
Can you feel that stuff sometimes weighing?
If you're in Canada and have over $10,000 of debt, payday loans, credit cards, and lines of credit that you can't pay off or get to zero, first of all, don't worry. You're not alone. And here's the good news. We can make the next year better for you. Within 48 hours, you could be eligible to get rid of up to 80% of those debts. All you have to do is apply to check to see if you're eligible. Click that blue button below the video right now. Fill out our short questionnaire on the next page, and that's it. You're on your way to debt freedom. Your case will be reviewed by a licensed debt relief specialist from your home province. Our experts are licensed by the federal government to negotiate debt settlements with your creditors. They can negotiate a lower total amount of debt for you. Maybe you're paying $600 or $700 a month. How would that change if you're only paying $200 or $300 a month? That leaves the rest of your cash for you to spend on your family, kids, holiday gifts, or even save for a vacation or a new car. Click the blue button below this video right now. Fill out our short questionnaire on the next page and see if you're eligible for a debt relief program in your province today.
Zensurance wants to ask, are you self-employed without business insurance? Imagine.
If I have a lawsuit, it could cost me everything.
If my equipment's stolen, I could lose a lot of money.
Get protection. Join over 300,000 enlightened customers and buy a low-cost policy today. Zensurance. Mind your business.
Players, offensive players, when the points are coming, the offense isn't coming.
Pardon me?
Can you feel that kind of stuff wane when the offense isn't coming from players like that?
Well, I think sometimes offensive players, when things aren't going their way, they're not scoring, they tend to stop working a lot of times, stop, like I said, the second and third effort. And, you got to continue to do that stuff. Like, you can't wait for opportunities. You got to go get them. You got to earn them. You got to go get it. It's like bounces, I said, well, last night we missed on some, we didn't get the bounces, right? But you got to work for them. You got to create your own luck.
What have you thought of Max Pacioretty's season?
Well, I think he's been real good at times. I think, he's been a player that has been injured for the last couple of years and missed a lot of hockey, and this has been a lot of hockey for him this year, and I think it's caught up to him a little bit. But so, we get a little reset here and there with him not playing a game, but he's done a lot of good things. I think he's been physical, scored some goals, and I think he can score more. And I think, if he gets to the net a little bit more and keep that physicality up, he's a hard player to play against. He's been a good player for us for a lot this year, I think.
How much can adversity, like during this stretch of games, help the team in the long run?
Well, it can, for sure. I mean, every team goes through it, and we're going through it right now. And, I think it helps you in the long run because you're probably going to run into it again and get out of it a little quicker or understand the situation. So, like I said, it's tough right now, but we just got to keep working and do some things better. And that's what we try to, teach our players, show our players, is things we can do better and the difference when we were doing things right and how we looked and how we look now.
What do you like about how Marner operates at the top of the power play when you've had?
Well, he's so elusive up there and moves so well and sees the ice extremely well. So, very good in tight areas and making plays. And that shot last night, he'll shoot it from there, hit the post. I mean, he's not afraid to shoot it, and we need shots from the top. That's important on a power play. I mean, look at their goal last night. They didn't get a shot, and then they shoot from the top, and it goes off a guy and goes in the net. So, goals go in when you shoot pucks and you're around the net. Bottom line, we got to do a better job of that 5-on-5 and on our power play.